Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. And um, and I will be talking about the importance of keeping journal. Before that, I want to say thank you so much for being there when I did not keep on track and everything like that. So I actually want to fulfill the promise before we begin with our books. So inshallah, by God's grace, to my Christian pals here, by God's grace, inshallah, we will continue with the book after sharing this with us. So today we are dealing with the importance of journal, the importance of keeping journal and everything like that. So like I have sent to us before, all what I want to talk about here has been seen from the image I sent to us before. So firstly, I would love to talk about the definition of journal and everything like that. So journal is like a kind of record, personal record you keep. You record your activities in. It might be daily, it might be weekly, it might be monthly, it might be anytime. And another thing is that journal, journal and diary, they are very similar. Diary is something you write inside every day, like what actually have happened to you. Journal, on the other hand, is something that you can put your to do inside, what you intend doing, what you have done, and everything like that. So they are different, they are the same, we can say, but also in some other ways they are different, something like that. So journal, you keep your daily activities, what you intend doing, and everything like that. So journal is very beautiful and it's very important to keep it. But this conversation doesn't mean that everybody that listens to this must keep journal, or it is necessary, or it is mandatory on us that we must keep journal, we must keep journal. No. The purpose of this is for the people that are interested in keeping journal, one, and for us to know that it is a beautiful thing, it is a record that someone else can see in the future and benefit from. So to begin with, now for me, I have a friend that she loves to have journal, she loves to keep journal, but the difference is she's not consistent with it. I'm sure she's listening to this anyways. She's not consistent with it, you understand? So she used to ask me that, Sammy, how do you do it that you like, how come it's consistent with you and everything like that? So for her, for my dear friend, it's not a big deal that she can't keep track on it every time she thinks. But you just need to begin it little by little, poco a poco. Like you need to chunk it like to your own convenience. You can decide to be keeping it once in a year, or you can decide to write inside it like for once in a year activities, like now you write in the beginning of the year and you go back to it at the end of the year, you understand, you put what you intend to do for the whole year. Then maybe you decide to read like 500 book in this year now, then you already write it inside your journal. Then by the end of the year you check it up, oh, was I able to do this I intend doing? Or you try to mingle with some kind of people that they weren't your kind of people before, and you try to visualize the kind of change you have in you. Then you put it in your journal. This is your intention, and this is eventually what happened to you. So, like I stated, the first point we'll be touching is that journal is a personal property. Like journal is a personal property. So when I say personal property, yeah, like what I put inside my journal, it is about me. Like it is about the things I intend doing. It is about the things that probably have done, something like that. It is my thing, it is my own, you understand? So it is a personal property that you keep your record inside, like we define it that it is a record of our activities or whatever. So it is a personal property that is not something that you've written inside today then you give it to someone else to write inside, or you just show it off that everybody must see or something. No, it is something that it is confidential to you. Like in your journal, you can write anything inside. Your journal seems to be itself to be like your confidence, Allah, our God, is our confidence. We should know that, our sweetheart. So, but having journal is a record that with you and Allah is the only eyes that is inside. Sometimes I show people my journal, maybe when I write poem about them. But in real truth, because the next page we might be seeing some side of my journal, and we'll be like, you said it's a personal property. Yeah, it's a personal property. But when you have something to share with people, or like show to people that is necessary, maybe from your journal, probably, it's not a big deal. But it is truly a personal property, because when we make mistake, when we do some things that we want to correct ourselves about, and we write it in our journal, it's not ideal that other people see it. It's not bad though, but it's not cool. You want to work hard on yourself, and everybody is saying it. Some people might judge you from saying it. It's not cool. So it is a personal property. You can define your personal property in your own way, but it is a personal property. The next point we will be sharing is that your journal is like, I'm sorry, this thing is trying to. Oh, it's what I did to it anyway. So, you design your journal, like you design it in your own way, like design your own world, like you design it the way you like, like, the way you feel like. The example I recited is that your journal is like a home that is given to only you at the beginning of every year. So a home that is given to only you at the beginning of every year to decorate your own taste, how you want it to be, how you want to be at your home pace, how you want to enjoy the environment and everything like that. That's the same way this journal is to you. Your journal is your own thing. Like, how do you want it to be, like how do you want to feel when you open it? Like, it is yours. You like, it is all about you. But it's not something that you just do anyhow or trash anyhow. No, you need to beautify it to your taste. It's not necessary, it depends on you, but you design it in your own world, the way you like, the way you want to feel inside it. Like, oh, when you open it, oh, mashallah, this is beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. Let me write something inside. Sometimes you don't even want to write in your journal, but the way you beautify it triggers you to say, oh, mashallah, I'm going to write inside this journal. Just like the house recited as an example. Sometimes you go out, you don't feel like going home, but when you remember how beautiful your home is and how peaceful it seems, you will really want to go home. So that's why you design your own world. You design your journal the way you like, the way you want it to be. So these designs are the design of every individual, yes. So don't mind me. So you design it the way you like. So the next point states that write your story daily. Oh, here is to tell us that it's not necessary you write stories daily. It depends on you, it depends on how you want it, it depends on your conveniency. You write at your own pace. Like, don't rush yourself. If you cannot do it every day, you can do it once in a week. If you cannot do it once in a week, you can do it once in a month. If you cannot do it once in a month, you can do it once in a year. Like, and if you don't want to do it, if you cannot do it, don't force yourself. It's not a big deal. It depends on you. So keeping journal, you write your story. If you can do it daily, it's fun, because in the future, if you open your journal, you just smile and you just say, oh my god, did I actually do that? Oh my god, so kind of like, did this actually happen? Oh, mashallah. All those vibes are always there when you write daily. Because another point why it's cool to write journal daily is when you do something today, tomorrow you might have forgotten, and that thing you do today might have might have hurt someone else, might have affect someone else in one way or the other. But when you give your chance to at least try to write it today, tomorrow, if you even forget about it, if you go back to your journal in one way or the other, probably you want to write the next day, and you just brush through the previous day and you just say, oh, subhanallah, I did this to this person. Oh, let me try and apologize, or let me do something that will make the person happy. So it's one of the sweetness of keeping journal or of writing every day. So the next point I'll be moving to, which will give us the detail, is analysis, accountability, and correction. So when we say analysis now, like um it's when we define journal, is that it's a means of keeping record of our life, let's say like that. So when we now say that this aspect is actually a broad space telling us the importance of keeping journal. It gives us the ability to analyze about ourselves, about things we've done, about things we are actually doing, and about things we are intending to do. Then accountability, when we analyze ourselves, that's when we will be able to account that, oh, subhanallah, then I was this better. Oh, now I'm depreciating. Oh, subhanallah. The next point is correction. Oh, mashallah, I can actually pick from that past and actually jungle it with this moment and make correction of my life and become a better person again. Yeah, my own journals, in one way or the other, they've helped me a lot. And sometimes I question some people to know about myself and put it in my journal and make analysis, sometimes draw structure. Oh, this is what they've said and everything like that. Then okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I was not supposed to do and everything like that. Then I try to work on the correcting factor. So journal actually help us a lot in trying to make correction about our life and to be cool, like I stated in the previous point, that write your story daily. That sometimes you might do something to someone and you don't know, but when you go back to the journal, you are able to see that, oh, subhanallah, I actually did this and everything like that. So this aspect, you can also build a point in your own way, but it makes you to weigh the balance of your life, like, oh, the balance of my life in the past seems to be more better than now. Then let me try and equate it to be balanced, to be more better now. And like, it helps a lot. You analyze yourself, you are able to account for your actions. So subhanallah, that's beautiful. You are able to be conscious that, oh, I have done this, now I need to correct it. Oh my god, that's a big deal. So this point, define it in your own way too. So I don't want to record something too long for us because I've recorded a lot before reaching here. So the last point I'll be touching is keep or discard. It is your choice. You want to keep your journal? It's cool. You want to discard it? It's okay. But here we will talk about, why do you want to discard your journal? Sometimes journal, like we said, it's a personal record, and in our journal, every year does not seems to be the same. What happened to me last year, the way I enjoyed my life last year, is not similar as this year. Likewise, last 2 years, last 3 years, and everything like that. So sometimes we write in our journal some things that pains us, some things that, you know some mistake we make personally. Maybe you do something in a day that is bad. Since your journal is your confidential zone, you put it in your journal, but you've grown past it eventually. When years pass, then you say, oh, you see to your journal and you see other stories and you be like, oh my god, I need to discard it, or something, like you believe you've grown past it and you want to discard it. So sometimes we want to discard our journal. It's okay if you want to discard it or if you discard it, but keeping it, it's a beautiful memory sometimes. Most of what I wrote in my 2018-19 journal, every day I write inside it. But one of the important thing I realized when I was trying to read through it was when I have conversation with my grandma. So when I do have conversation with my grandma, she passed away this year, beginning of this year. whenever I'm reading, when I was trying to check through the journal and I was saying, oh, my grandma called today, we talked and everything, I smile, I cry, I laugh, because it brings back that moment, that very moment that we talked, subhanallah, sorry, that got me. But the real point is, it makes you to brush through some memory that you can't trade for anything. So you either discard it or you keep it. Another point I realized in keeping journal is I've been keeping journal for so long. When I was in primary school, maybe rubbish, in primary school they always teach us, myself, I love color pink, I love color whatever, all those things like that. So when you have a small book, you write about yourself, or you read a storybook and you say, this person did this, oh, let me write about myself, I do this, something like that. That's for primary school. It's kind of silly. But in secondary school, I kept journal, diary actually. So the diary has about my friends, about okay, my tutors. So the point is that when I was in NYC during my after completing my undergraduate, my sister saw it and she sent it to me, and she was like, "Oh my God, did you actually write all this?" Because I wrote about my family inside too. Oh, whatever you do for me in that day, or maybe I actually do something too, or you tell me that, Samia, why did you say this? You hurt me or something, is in the diary. So when she saw it, she felt amazed because I wrote about her and everything like that. And she saw about my friend, even my friend, and she was like, really? Oh my God, my friend, mashallah. So the point is that I don't know, maybe I intend keeping that diary or something, but it really brings back memory. And when she sent me the pictures of the pages, and I was laughing myself that did I actually wrote this and everything like that. Another thing is that there are younger ones around, and my younger ones, they have friends that comes to our house to play. So there is this young lady, Mariam. She plays with my sister Mariam. So she came across my journal. Okay, she came across the zone of my books and she came across my journal. Since that day, that lady began to write me letter. At first I was like, so kind of like, why is she writing me letter? Because but eventually I was like, mashallah, thank you so much. Like it has a way of giving some other people around you another vibe when you are not there, when you've even forgotten about that particular journal. Perhaps in the future, if your children should see the journal, or someone that is making a mistake you made at a particular time and you corrected yourself, you put the correction the way you get to correct yourself in the journal, and the person learn from it. Maybe the person is actually making that similar mistake at that particular moment. And reading through your journal, the person pick it up and correct their life forever. Wow, you've earned a big reward because eventually we will pass away. Obviously, we are already in this life. The next life we are going is passing out. So when we leave that record for some people to benefit from, it's a big deal. Everybody, a lot of people write on social media everywhere. Fine, it's okay, but journal is different from the worldly procrastination, let's say. So it's a different thing. This one is something you put your mind into, your passion, your real truth, your confidential moment. So it is left to every individual. You want to keep it, it's good. You want to discard it, it's okay. So thank you very much. And this is the end of the importance of keeping journal. We remain the SBC. All right, thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My Christian friends, I'm salaaming to you too.